Welcome back, family. Welcome back to What's the Juice at the Juicy Tea. Let's tap in. Let's see what it is that the divine needs and wants you to know. I think I want to tap into this deck here. Thank you for your likes, your shares, and your subscribes. Thank you so much for sowing positivity into the space. Thank you for your donations. I am truly grateful. I appreciate each and every one of you. Let's tap in. I call upon the divine light to surround me. I invite my ancestors, guides, and protectors to stand with me. No lower energy may enter this space. Only what serves truth, healing, and highest good is welcomed here. And so it is. Ashe. Okay, family, let's go on and see what it is that the divine needs and wants us to know out of this deck. What are the messages? I feel like they should be positive at this time. You've definitely been looking within when I look over. Okay. You've been looking within. You have an inner knowing. There is self-awareness here and honesty here. Yeah, the portal of ascension. Yep, so many of you are walking through the portal of ascension. Okay. You are going through a profound spiritual awakening, a natural process of evolution that involves shedding the old self and having an inner rebirth. Some of you could have been, wondering what it was. Yeah. You could be this true diamond, a jewel within. You find a jewel within yourself. Yeah. You're leveling up. Okay, so you're leveling up in your life right now, some sort of way. I love it. I love it. I love it. And it's because you've looked within, family. You found, a lot. Okay, because we're forever growing, changing, evolving. Okay, and you found a lot during a time of possibly feeling lonely. Okay, that feeling of loneliness has been out quite a bit. Yeah. It's lonely when you're a generational curse breaker who's tapped in. Okay. Yeah. You're this diamond that's tapped in. You're a generational curse breaker that's tapped in. Breaking the curses of the things that have been going on. I promise you, Gaia energy, okay? A mother of all life brings order to chaos, wisdom, knowledge, spiritual enlightenment. Yeah, you're leveling up. Let's see what comes out of this side, y'all. I gotta split them up in two because they're so thick. I did. I heard that. You could be Newt out here, the goddess of the sky, the protector of the dead, rejuvenating. So you could be the protector of the dead. You could be rejuvenating. This is giving me the energy of like rejuvenating, bringing people back to themselves, bringing back people back to who they are. There's been a lot of, energies feeling like walking around zombie type energy, and that's just because they were lost in the trenches. You could be Newt energy out here leveling up. You could be Mother Gaia energy out here, okay? Look, I can't make it up. See, somebody didn't want those chains to be broken, though. See, breaking free. Freedom from bondage, mind, body, and soul. Somebody did not want that. They were fighting against this, okay? They were fighting against this energy. A lot of people were, you're this generational curse breaker, and people were fighting against it. They didn't want those, curses to be broken, those chains to be taken off of people's minds. They didn't want them to be rewoken or reawakened. Yeah, you had access granted. Congratulations to whoever you are, because you definitely leveled up. You have access granted here. Congratulations. You have access to the goddess vault, evolution, spiritual abundance. Know that whatever you desire on the outside is already within you. Look, you could be Emperor energy as well, okay? You could be someone who's very powerful, full of strength, leadership, order, discipline. You could be a masculine energy, Very confident, ambitious, intuitive, disciplined, and a provider. You can also be a feminine energy who's in their masculine energy. Because yin yang is here, masculine and feminine energy. You are always one or the other, or you could be both. Light and dark is here. You do have a light side, you do have a dark side, okay? Some of you guys are also very strong emperors, though, masculine energy. Yeah. You be keeping it real when you gotta keep, you know about keeping your grass cut low. You know about keeping your grass cut low, okay? Shoot, you know. There's all kind of things in the grass, so you gotta keep your grass cut. You know about keeping your grass cut. Especially because you were dealing with people that didn't want anything to come. Yeah, they were trying to block it, I promise you. People were trying to block your ascension. You had to look within. Because they sure didn't want you to break these chains, family. You know about keeping your grass cut low because the snakes, and they did not want you to level up. They was trying to block you. I feel like you blocked a lot too, just by leveling up. You blocked their inability to stop you from ascending. You may have a soul family that you're connected to and you embrace, you connect, and you uplift one another. That's the strength. That's the power of three I'm hearing. That's the strength, the power of three or more. But I did hear the power of three. Tell me more, Spirit. Yeah, you a light worker? Driven by deep desire to serve those in need. You are blessed with intuitive powers and inner guidance. They couldn't block that, but they wanted to. They couldn't block you, but they wanted to. Tell me what else, Spirit. Yeah, Celine out here. The power to give sleep and light to the night. Okay, the bringer of light in dark places. You are ever changing. They couldn't block you because you're always changing. You're always evolving. Didn't I say that? Like in the beginning, like you're always transitioning. You are always changing. You're always, getting rid of what doesn't serve you. And that doesn't just mean externally, that means internally as well. You stay doing that. You know what it means to keep your grass cut. And that's just not on the outside either. That's pertaining to inner knowing as well. Looking within. See, these people couldn't focus, I promise you. They weren't focused like you. You are focused. And when I say you're focused, you're focused. You're focused on, making things better, not just for yourself, for everybody else too. So when, many of you readers, you get to reading for people and stuff like that, or just reading for the collective. And, you're tapping into all the energies and saying what maybe they are afraid to say or don't want to say, or you know what I'm saying? Don't feel comfortable about saying. That's why you're this generational curse breaker out here. Empress at the bottom of the deck. They're not focused like an empress is. The empress is life force, nurturing, creative. Someone that has done a lot of self-discovery, self-care, connected to nature. Okay, Venus energy, a bond between two. Like, the empress just doesn't look after herself and her significant other and family. The empress is Mother Gaia energy. The empress is all the queens in the upright. The empress is someone that takes into consideration, like a queen would take into consideration, her legacy, dynasty. They weren't focused like you. Too many distractions have been in many people's lives. So when you went within, you realized you walked through the portal of ascension. You could be my eye. Yeah, and people could have been trying to entrap you in some sort of, energy, but you spoke your truth, and justice has been being delivered as above, so below. There's balance and order and genuine, real, and true balance and order, but these people were trying to entrap you in something. That's why you already know about keeping your grass cut. Mm-hmm. Ooh, look, this line all over the place. Yeah, because you already knew you weren't dealing with loyal people. Energy of Ganesha. You knew you weren't dealing with loyal people that you could start new beginnings with, share your wisdom with, bring in some sort of blessings, because they were too busy trying to throw up too many obstacles. You're the energy of Ganesha. You had to get those obstacles removed. You were being pulled towards a higher spiritual goal. And it wasn't to keep entertaining those who weren't loyal. Oh, got it. Okay. Tell me more, Spirit. Yes, look. People up here, they upset, look, because they don't get the uploads that you get. They don't have the healing energy that you have. Somebody just questioned that too. In the comments. Yeah, and I told him you might not be a healer. Somebody may not have those goddess uploads that you get. Somebody may not be on a healing journey or a healing energy. Yeah, with high vibrations and abundant opportunities. I feel like this is somebody that is like, faking their happiness when deep down inside they ain't really happy. They mad, they bitter, they pissed type energy. And that's for the collective cross watchers that are watching, or that are resonating with that energy. They could have been very upset at the fact that, they didn't have your focus. They were upset at the fact that you knew you weren't dealing with loyalty. These are energies that are also very upset that they're not tapped in like you. They're upset that they're not tapped in. Mm-hmm. I can't make it up. They mad because they're not a healer. And healing just means like, it's just the ability to bring, positivity to somebody's life. Any kind of way. It doesn't even have to be all big. It could just be a simple smile. Some people don't never get smiled at. Shit. You smile at somebody, you just made their damn day. That's healing energy. You may even have powerful healing hands. You channel healing energy from source. You're a self-healer, you synchronize, you balance, and you harmonize. Yep, High Priestess. I can't make it up. Your intuition, your subconscious mind, your spiritual awakening, your inner light, sacred insight, your wisdom is the gateway to the divine feminine. You have stepped into that energy through your ascension. Some of you are healers and you are High Priestess breaking generational curses. Some are not. They may not have been gifted in that area, and that could be something they were upset about. That may be why they weren't loyal or didn't show any sort of loyalty to you. That may be why they were coming out with these snakes in the grass. You got to keep your grass cut. Because, it's like you have light and dark energy, so you do know when you are dealing with those who are loyal and those who are not. Mm-hmm. You didn't want to start any new beginnings with people that weren't loyal. Mm. Yeah. Ain't no more games for that kind. Game on is not. Okay? Game on it's not. You already know. You did the soul searching. You looked for the truth within. Period. The justice, the balance, the order, the genuine, real, and true within. And you saw that many of these people were not loyal. Mm-hmm. You are in this energy of Ganesh. You know where you want to start your beginnings, who you want to share your wisdom with, who you want to bring blessings to. You know what I'm saying? People were playing games with you. That's why you was in that energy of Mayat or Newt. The goddess of what? The goddess The goddess Newt, goddess of the sky, protector of the dead, and what? Rejuvenating. Exactly. You rejuvenate people. Some of you are those types of healers that you can rejuvenate people by waking them up, getting them back to, reality, back to, when I say reality, back to them being the God within them, being able to do things for themselves, accomplish things, not giving up on this human experience that they're going through. Sometimes, that's why they call them fallen angels. Sometimes you have to, get a fallen angel back up. Somebody out here could be dating Bassett. Somebody out here has the Bassett made man energy. Someone is providing. There could be a made man providing some sort of protection. Hmm? There's some sort of woman's secret, the home. There's a man here providing protection to somebody, possibly just because a made man here. Self-made leader, businessman. Because of your energy of Bassett. Wanting to provide protection. Somebody that really, cherishes their mother. This fertility is out here. You could be about to be a mother. This man is a good father. He's a protector of his home, his family. I'm also picking up on the energy that loves mother figures. He's a man that respects women. He had a lot of respect for his mother. Still does. Not had, not past tense, still does. Has a lot of respect for his mother. This could be somebody that has been, in your energy field, watching you, on your journey, your path. Life is a journey. Life has a lot to teach you. There's a lot to learn. This energy has been there along your path. They have seen you grow. They may have felt the urge to protect you during vulnerable times. Woo! Yeah, because of your wisdom. Through life experiences, you become wiser and you use it to help others. That's healing energy. Tell me more, Spirit. Yeah. You have the goddess energy, and this man could be your soulmate. True love. Okay, family? So I'm going to leave that message here. Take it how it resonates. I love you and the divine loves you. Thank you for tapping in. Okay? This energy at the bottom of the deck, look. Archangel Shamuel, Archangel Shamuel, the bringer of pure love. Really powerful spiritual illumination, peace in your heart and relationships of one who seeks God. Archangel Shamuel, that could be this man's energy, y'all. Interesting. Combination of the Emperor and Archangel Shamuel. Well, now I'm gonna leave that. I'm gonna leave that message here for y'all. Yeah, you've been mirroring each other. Listen here. I don't know who he is, but he came up in here to introduce himself to you. Okay, so take it how it resonates, family. I love you. The divine loves you. Thank you for pouring and sowing positivity into the space. I am truly grateful. Okay, thank you for tapping in and definitely, confirming the messages, resonating with them. I appreciate everything you share. Thank you so much. Thank you. All right, as long as it's positive. Everything else, you already know how I get down, especially from my Soul Tribe family members. They already know. Okay, so thank you, family. I love you and the divine loves you. Let's close out. I release the weight of the matrix, the deception, and the betrayal. I stand rooted in my truth. I call back my power, my light, and my peace. I am whole, I am becoming, and so it is. Ashe. And until next time, you have a magnificent day. Ashe.